Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
This Thanksgiving, think outside the oven and get Thanks Grilling with Ace. Get a new grill and choose from top brands like Traeger, Weber, and Big Green Egg to add even more flavor to your Thanksgiving turkey, side dishes, and desserts. Plus, right now, get free assembly and delivery on all grills and accessories $3.99 and up. For the best help on the best grills, stop by your local Ace and get Thanks Grilling. Ace Rewards members only through December 24th. See participating stores for scheduling or exclusions.
Hi, I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and you are listening to No BS Job Search Advice Radio, episode 1885. This is the #1 podcast on Apple Podcasts for job search. More episodes than any other show by far. And frankly, a lot more episodes than a lot of other podcasts on whatever the field is. We have great information daily that's designed to help you be more effective with your job search, because I believe it doesn't have to be as hard, difficult, painful, or take as long as it does. It's just the skills needed to find a job are different than those needed to do a job. And by the way, if you want to watch videos I've created, go to JobSearch.TV.com, where I've got almost 10,000 videos about job search, hiring more effectively, managing and leading, workplace-related issues. You know, there's a lot that I've created. Most of it's around job search. So again, just go to JobSearch.TV.com. You can watch my videos there. And I'll just simply say today's show talks about 10 LinkedIn mistakes that you're making that prove so costly. Hope you find this helpful and give it a great review wherever you listen to the show. And you know what? Let's get going, because it's Friday and, the weekend is here. Have some fun, folks. Now, I thought I would do a video today that talks about some of the dumb mistakes that people make with LinkedIn. And I want to start with the biggest one, the one that people do so often when they're not in job search mode. And that is, they never log on. You never find out if someone's trying to reach out to you. You never respond to messages because you never go on the site. And you forget the one basic truth of career management. The person who gets ahead isn't always the smartest or work the hardest, although those are great qualities to have. People get ahead by being alert to opportunity. Sometimes they are internal to their organization. Most of the time, it's external. And it's not like the timing is always going to seem perfect, like you're annoyed at work and the phone rings, or you're annoyed at work and you get a message from someone on LinkedIn. It can happen at any time. So you have to log on minimally. Again, there's an app for this. You can see if there are messages for you if you use the app. Just, on the commute, while you're in the restroom, just log on to the app and see if someone's trying to reach out to you, okay? Then from there, another dumb mistake, and I've got a couple of notes I made before recording. Another dumb mistake is no photo, bad photo, or what I call the tuxedo shot. The guy in the tuxedo, the woman in the ballroom dress at the affair, at the wedding, the bar mitzvah, the communion, wherever, where they're dressed up and it's not appropriate for LinkedIn. And then, having the icon there of the grayed out image, not good. You're obviously, the tech is easy. So why not have a decent photo of yourself? And to me, what's best of all is a professional headshot. I know when I had a professional headshot done, it made a world of difference. And it was obvious to me why people use headshots rather than just taking an iPhone or an Android and taking a picture. But if you can't afford it, you can't afford it, and you do what you can, okay? The next thing, let's see now. The line underneath your name does nothing to describe what you really do. And there's a lot of space there. So don't use things like accountant grade level 14 or nonsense along those lines. Instead, really describe what you do in a way that's profound. There's plenty of examples amongst your LinkedIn connections that I'm sure will illustrate that well. Take a look. See how other people describe themselves, okay? Next, you're not a part of groups. Groups is one of the great advantages on LinkedIn because even if you have a small network, groups extends your reach a lot. And when reaching out to connect with people, it expands your horizons, and you can say, and again, you don't use the standard LinkedIn message for connection. What you do is you say something along the lines of, we're a part of this group. I thought I would reach out and connect with you. And the result winds up being a more likely acceptance of the connection request. So again, be a part of groups. It expands your reach dramatically. Let's see now. The next item. You haven't created a unique URL for yourself. And as a result, you have a URL for people to connect with you that is a bunch of letters and characters and gibberish that is not memorable. And then from there, you do nothing to promote that URL. So, for example, if you've got a signature file in Outlook, you add a line that says, connect with me on LinkedIn, and embed the URL as part of that, you'll start to get more connections. Okay, so that becomes another thing that people don't do. Let's see now. You don't follow up with people who looked at your profile. This is such a goofy thing. LinkedIn allows you to take a look at who's looked at your profile, and then you don't message them. They obviously were looking for something. So why not reach back to them and say, LinkedIn indicated that you had looked at my profile. Was there something in particular you were looking for? And then you can invite them to connect with you, and it expands your reach. You don't use skills that are in the LinkedIn data dictionary. Now, when you start thinking about LinkedIn, it is an enormous repository of information about people and their careers. And in the skills area, you can't have skills that LinkedIn doesn't recognize because it doesn't recognize them. It indicates that people don't look for that. So think in terms of the things that as you start to type it in, LinkedIn is starting to give you an auto suggest. So for example, people have used some absolutely ridiculous skills for me. Why, I have no idea, but they made up a bunch of stuff that I ultimately deleted because there was no point to it. No one searches for it. Why bother? So look for the things that as you start to type them in, LinkedIn will recognize that skill. Next one. This is a favorite of mine. Your recommendations are obviously bogus. Now, for years, people used to message me and say, would you recommend me? And I said, tell me how I'm supposed to recommend you, for your work in Pakistan. From my place in the United States, and this is when I did recruiting, and I, as a recruiter, can recommend your performance in your work. Tell me how that's supposed to work. And of course they can't. People were just basically trying to game the system. So I'll simply say having bogus recommendations is counterproductive. There are people who are real who will recommend you. The more, the better. More recommendations translates into more social proof. So get more recommendations. You don't use the summary area on LinkedIn. It's an enormous amount of space. And if you can describe what you do in visually and informative terms, it goes a long way toward describing you and your professional qualities so that when people hit your profile page, they have a clear picture of who you are and what you do. And if you're in job search mode, in the summary area, I want you to put your email address in order to make it easy for people to reach you. Because often they're trying to connect with you using LinkedIn Recruiter, where it costs somewhere in the area of $15 to $20 to message you. And if you're not logging on, they don't regain that. The way the system works with LinkedIn Recruiter is they can send a message to you and it's credited back to them if you respond. Well, they have to respond within 90 days, which is a long time, but some people never get on the site. So just make it easy. Put your email address, and if you're in active job search mode, your phone number, so it's easy for people to reach out to you. And number 10, let's see now, not making your, this is a great one. Your skills obviously change and evolve as you are with an organization longer and longer periods of time. And the only time you make a change to your profile is when you're in active job search mode. As a result, the information on your profile is antiquated. Why not update it regularly? Think about your career for a second. Every 3 months, think about what you've accomplished during this time. What new have you learned or expressed? How has your career changed that you could add to your LinkedIn profile? Do that every 3-4 months, no less, so that this way it's kept up to date. Because again, I'm going to repeat this thing I said at the beginning. The person who gets ahead isn't always the smartest or work the hardest. Those are great qualities to have, but it's not how people get ahead. It's by being alert to opportunity, sometimes internally, sometimes externally. And if you're giving people old information, they may reach out to you for the wrong things that are irrelevant to where you want to be taking your career, and it's your fault. You blame them, but it's your fault. That's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here are a few more ways to get information and advice from me. First of all, visit my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us. Go to the blog. There's a lot there to help you with your job search, hiring more effectively, managing and leading, and workplace-related issues. In addition, if you're interested in my coaching you, there's a button there that says schedule. Schedule time for a free discovery call or schedule yourself in for coaching. Obviously, I'm going to charge for that, but I can help you with interview preparation, leadership coaching, salary negotiation advice, making a good decision between different offers, anything related to improving yourself in the workplace, I can coach you about. If you have questions for me, you can schedule 15 minutes with me at thebiggamehunter.us/live, or a less expensive way is at thebiggamehunter.us/video answers, where you leave a message for me and I'll respond with a 3 to 5 minute video. Connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/in/thebiggamehunter. I can assure you your network will expand a lot by connecting with me. And finally, watch me on TV. Download the JobSearch TV app for Fire TV, Fire Stick, Apple TV, Roku, like 90 different manufacturers. I'll be back tomorrow with more, and in the meantime, I hope you have a terrific day. Be great!
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
This Thanksgiving, think outside the oven and get thanks grilling with Ace. Get a new grill and choose from top brands like Traeger, Weber, and Big Green Egg to add even more flavor to your Thanksgiving turkey, side dishes, and desserts. Plus, right now, get free assembly and delivery on all grills and accessories $3.99 and up. For the best help on the best grills, stop by your local Ace and get thanks grilling. Ace Rewards members only through December 24th. See participating stores for scheduling or exclusions.